Okay, everyone, welcome to Creative Conversation. I am your narrator, Diamond Styles, and everyone here on the panel is going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to dive into some questions. Okay, perfect.
Hi y'all, I'm Karla. Can y'all hear me on this mic? Oh, this okay. Hi y'all, I'm Karla Styles. This is my show, Sign Symbols and Synchronicities. Y'all know that word is a tongue twister, but Synchronicities. And this is my work. This is my first solo art show, and all the pieces here I created them, and also the pieces in the back. I have some sweatshirts I made. I'm wearing one, my wife was wearing one, and I also have some prints. And I'm from Washington, D.C., I'm from Southeast, and I'm just here to spread art, love, and color.
Hello, my name is Sade Renee. I am a designer turned realtor. I do staging as well, so I kind of stage this setting for us, just to create an ambiance, like a different ambiance. I'm from PG County, and yeah. What you got? I was telling him to relax a little bit. Oh, with the pretty girl. Oh, it's my turn. You finished? Oh, you finished? I thought you were still going. Kiana, KMJ6. First of all, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm proud. Go, Karla. Like, this is lit for you. But I am the founder. Well, I'm a mother first, period. Shout out to Kayla and Keon. But I'm the founder and executive director of Congress Heights Arts and Culture Center. The spot. Yeah, the spot in Southside. Also the owner of Southside Creative, make clothes, artist, muralist, tattoos, graphic designer. I believe art saves lives, so that's where I stay, in the paint.
In the paint, you hear me? Post up. Is my going? It's like a little prop joint. I got you. My name is Brian Bailey. I'm a full-time artist. I could say art activist. Reside on the South Side. Campaign manager for Kiana. She's that official mayor, so I man that campaign in front of everybody. I like art. I love people, so I just combine the worlds. I make sure everyone feels good. I like to stand up for what's right, and I mean, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, so I did. I said I'm Diamond Styles. Okay, so the first question that I have for you guys is, what was the defining moment when you realized you were an artist or creative?
You want me to go first? The first moment I realized I was an artist slash creator, I was in elementary school. I was in kindergarten, and I was 6 years old, and we had a coloring contest, and I won, and I was like, oh yeah, I knew I was gonna win. So ever since then, I always love art. I love color. I love coloring, painting, all those things. So since I was a kid, I knew I was a creative.
I would say something similar. I remember when I realized I had talent was in my 7th grade art class. And we had to draw shoes, I think. And I drew some tins because I had them on. And I did really good. Like, it was pretty realistic. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I have a talent here. And then kind of went from there, from just drawing and into my style. I was always into my style. So I'm like, I would just and that kind of gravitated towards me being into fashion. And yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it quick because I don't want to make it too dark. But I've been doing art all my life, but I didn't know I was an artist before, because they always be saying like, you a starving artist, you won't make money, it'll be hard and all that type of stuff. But I was always like creative and stuff like that. But I didn't find my artistry until things got dark. And that's why I say art saves lives, because it literally saved mine. And so once I had that moment, it kind of changed everything for me, and that's really where I kind of leaned into everything. And then I saw how it was changing other people's lives. So I was like, oh, this is really a thing. And so I was like, yeah, leading to spirit, and spirit has always led me to the art, because, I feel like it's in moments that you don't words don't have it, and so the art just speaks for itself. And then it speaks for you, but then when other people see it, they have their own feels for it, and then it brings a whole nother conversation, a whole nother light to a piece that you had as a personal, in a personal space. So I think that's really when I had that moment, is like when I had the moment with other people, but and how it connects with what I wanted to do for myself. But there's a fluidity and a truth in art that you can't really deny. And I think that's what happened for me in my darkness. I needed the truth to reveal itself, and art was the thing that made that happen. And then things been flowing since then because I didn't found my purpose. So yeah, yeah, that was it. That was the moment.
For me, my art journey started rather young. I was always into like fashion. I was a big time go-go promoter. I ran with a group called the Sweezy Gang with XIB, one of the best bands to probably ever do it when it came to bounce beat. Well known, and I was always into like fashion, putting on bright clothes, making it look good, doing what everybody else didn't. And when it came to like painting on canvas, I really didn't start painting until late 2022, I think it was. And I just fell into it. Like literally went to a painting sip, got the chills from painting, started to feel that freedom from painting. And I went and did some research. When it got more material, started painting more and more. And I found my groove, found my tribe, Kiana, Sade, Karla, and just kept pouring into myself. And then got to a point where I felt like I could pour into other artists, and just been doing my thing. It's good to see. It's good to be. That was a bar. That was a bar. But nah, just putting emphasis on feeling good about yourself and feeling good about what you create, and not swaying from what you want to do because somebody else wants you to do something a certain way. That's one of my favorite things about being an artist and creative in this space. Just being able to be me and have people appreciate that, and have people understand that it's okay to be them. That's the overall arching goal, I think it is, with like artistry as an artist for me. And that's why I got into art, and that's why I'm in it now.
No, Brian, I want to piggyback off what you said. In 2015, I went to a paint and sip. See? And then I was like, shit, I like this. But I always like drew and, did things like that. But that's when I was like, oh, I got some skill with this. Like, I was doing better than the teacher. Man. Yeah, so I was like, all right, I need to get into this.
Which one we went to?
Yeah, when we went to. Oh,
Yeah.
You trying to have a bling on?
Okay, I feel like we all define success differently. So how do you define success in your, when I say creative, because Sade is, do you consider yourself an artist, or do you just say creative? Or you say artist?
I would say yeah.
Artist, okay. So how do you define success in your art career?
Who want to answer that first?
You.
Oh, y'all gonna throw me under the bus? I define success in my art career by waking up every day and putting effort into what I love. I used to define success by money, but money is not always going to be there for a lot of people. So if money defines your success, then you may not be successful most times. But if you put your heart and your efforts into what you love, and you wake up and do what you want to do every day, that's successful. And if it makes you feel good and it inspires someone else, you're successful. So I define success by putting yourself into everything you do and showing up for yourself every day, and that inspires someone else.
That's good. Okay, how do I even? Okay, come on. I feel like for me, success is when I have a vision for something that I'm doing, and then the result is exactly what I saw. Like that's the most moment for me. Like whether it's painting something or staging a house or designing something, like being able to put all the right materials and everything together to finally get that right result is just success to me.
Yes, I feel that. Materializing your ideas.
Success for me is freedom.
Yes.
Let me be free. If I can wake up every day and do what I want to do when I want to do it and how I want to do it. Yeah, I think I have reached success. And I think that's a privilege as well. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that's a empty. Yeah, that's the answer. Freedom is my success.
I think my best form of success for me is when I see my peers be successful and reach goals that they want to reach. Because it's good to, I know what I'm going to do and I know what I can do, but when I sit down and I talk to my peers and they talk about the things that they want to do and I pour into them and I can actually like see them walk through their goals, that is what success is for me. Like even though it's not my personal direct success, it's like an olive branch. Like I've seen it from the drawing stages to them thinking about it to them even questioning if they're going to do it or not. But when it gets done and I get to see the relief and the joy on their face, that's that's the biggest success as far as what I've experienced now. Maybe when I go further, I'll start to like restructure what success is. But for me right now, just seeing my peers be successful, like I love it. I love it a lot, and I think that's what works. Yeah, for sure.
Give me the little fake mic. Oh, it is?
I think it's streaming to the camera.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. It's so light, y'all, seriously. No, for real, because sometimes it can be little moments that make it success. Like today we had an event at the center, and it was like books and reading the kids, and the kids, like, I have kids of my own, so no shade, I'm a mother, I can say this. The kids were crazy. Like, they were wild as hell today. But at the end, I was sitting down because I'm extremely tired, and I was sitting down, and a little girl that I don't know, I met her for like, I don't know, an hour and a half or something. She just came and sat on my lap. And that felt like success because once you find your purpose and your mission and things like moments like that align, there's like little things that could create an affirmation, and that was a whole affirmation. Like she just, and I was like, oh, she feels safe. Yeah. This went well. This was good. Yeah. So those are like, there's little things that feel like success too, and you reminded me of that. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question is it's two parts, or you can pick which one you want to speak on. So how do you handle rejection or criticism? So if you want to touch on both, or if you just want to pick one. I'm waiting to see what my wife is going to say because
I challenge everybody.
I really want to know what my wife is going to say because I am such a tough critic, and I can't even paint anything. And I'm so hard on her, and she paints stuff, and
Sometimes I want her mind her business.
yeah, she do. So I'm interested to see what your answer is, to see what you have to say. But yeah, so how do you handle rejection or criticism? So you can pick which one you want to answer, or
I challenge both.
okay. So how do you handle rejection, then how do you handle criticism?
When it comes to criticism is criticism, which is also opinion, but it also could be constructive too. But if it's constructive, I'm like, okay, I can see your idea and vision on that. But if it's just like you just criticizing just to have something to say, keep that to yourself. If you don't have nothing, no, not you.
We listen and we don't judge. Everybody say it with me. We listen and we don't judge.
I was not talking to you, but I'm just speaking in general.
Don't go back to it.
No, but for real. But once someone gives you criticism, it's just their own opinion. But if you feel in your heart your confidence in your work or whatever you're doing, go with that, because what someone has to say has nothing to do with what you do. And for rejection, I handle rejection well now because I learned that rejection is a form of protection. So if Kay always say, what you say? What's for you will not
miss you.
exactly.
And what's not for you will not catch you.
Exactly. So if you're rejected from something, you're not meant to be in that space. So if you're not in that space, give God grace, because you ain't supposed to be there. So if you're rejected by something, God is protecting you from something.
Or redirecting you.
I like that. Thank you.
Oh, you got a great response to this. I'm like, I feel like honestly, I'm still figuring that out. I feel like as far as criticism, I've been academically trained to take critiques. The school that I went to, we constantly had.
We in everybody business
They
tonight.
over here teaching how to take critiques. What
Yeah.
school is that?
Well, in college, I went to Parsons School of Design.
Period. You there.
Yeah, they definitely critique you there, and then I mean, like, I'm in a sea of the best of the best.
Yeah.
So it's like I definitely, honestly, I just learned to. If someone gives me a critique, I just learn to adapt it if it makes sense for me.
Yes.
If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I feel like rejection happens, and like I feel like I'm still figuring that out. I don't feel like I kind of put down by it, but I feel like that's an ongoing process.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's
It
a real
happens.
thing.
Yeah.
So you gotta learn how to handle that.
Yeah, always.
Oh, can I add one more thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you are rejected by something, it may hurt a little bit, but cry about it and move on. Don't live in that emotion.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, definitely.
With Donnie, what was his name? Donnie McClurkin? Said, get back up again.
I like somebody always have a little reference.
Period. You know what I'm saying? It's important. Rejection. So I'm a Scorpio, so I'm gonna put it out front. I get October 28th. So I'll say it anyways. Most people know if you know, I'm a baby for real, but I'm a big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like on the shell of things. You know what I'm saying? But I am a baby, so I'm gonna cry maybe in some spaces. I may be in my feelings, but most times I come back. I go through a roller coaster of emotions. So I cry a little bit, then yeah, I go through the waves. Yeah, me and Diamond was talking about this. I go through the waves. I be crying, then I get mad, then I laugh about it because like, girl, what was you thinking? Like, why would you ever play me? Exactly. Sometimes it has to be comical. But that's why my mantra is my mantra, because that is something that I struggle with. Because I crashed out the other day on Instagram. I did. Because sometimes I just get tired of certain behavior.
Don't look at me. It ain't me.
I'm not looking at you.
I felt it coming.
I just looked over there. I looked over there. I looked away. But sometimes I get in my feelings because, and Diamond and I was talking about this too, and she gave me a good thing that I'm going to tell y'all as a good reminder. But I'm a community girl, you know what I'm saying? I really believe in the mantra that if you're going to go far, you go together. And I like, just like Brian said, I like to see when our people win. I like when we get together. I like when we just making it right. But then when it's like people that's infiltrating, I like that word, infiltrating. I got a friend that we use her as an infiltrator, but that's a whole nother story. But people be infiltrating, and they be saying they about community, and they be saying they about collaboration, and they really not. You know what I'm saying? And then I be saying it, and it's like, do I do too much? And I was like, most times I should, because that's kind of like my purpose as well. You know what I'm saying? But it just gets real sticky, especially, it's getting sticky. Yeah. It gets real sticky, especially in this city and in our area because of the politics and, you know, people fighting for a coin. But again, something else that we talked about is like, if you give it, it will come. What's not for you won't miss you. You don't have to trip nobody up to get there type. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all make this work. So sometimes the rejection, it just don't, like, most time it doesn't align because, like you said, it's already written. The purpose is there. Like, your story is already written, friend. Even the bad stuff, unfortunately. Yeah. Sorry to tell you. But it's already there. But all of it matters, okay? Everything matters. And so rejection ain't really too much. And criticism, for criticism, I take the meat and throw away the bones. Okay. Because we are always students. We're learning, we're teaching. And I call myself a healing teacher because I'm learning to heal so I can heal to learn. And I can teach all of that and everything in between. And so you can't never be above anything. So I take the meat. I listen to some people. Sometimes it don't make sense, and those are the bones. And then sometimes it's like, you know what I'm saying? I can say that about Trump. You know, I'm not going to get into it. I know that's heavy, but, you know, it's duality in things. So you have the light, you have the dark, you have the good, you have the bad, but you have to find the silver lining. So that's where I'm at with stuff.
That was good.
Thanks.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yes, Brian.
I just want to make sure I don't miss nothing because you.
Criticism.
How do you handle rejection,
And rejection.
or criticism, or what's your thoughts around like rejection and criticism?
Uh,
Need some water?
I do, but I'm good.
Can somebody get Brian a water?
Please. As far as rejection, oh nah. You tried to throw that joint.
They gonna bust you in your way.
Hands. Nah, as far as rejection, right? I deal with a lot of rejection, especially being new in the art space where people feel like I don't deserve because I'm a newbie and I ain't been to school, but I really got it going on. You know what I'm saying? They feel like I don't deserve, so the opportunities I apply for, if my resume ain't stacked, but I done did everything, they be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't work hard enough. Where when I get rejected for stuff, I just always tell myself, man, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Miles cover your ears, but you know, they messed up. I'm going to do it regardless.
Working for them. It didn't catch them.
Hey,
It didn't catch them.
they missed the wave because when I double back,
Don't ask.
the worth going to be triple. And then they really got to come out of the pocket for it, where they could have gave me the little chump change at first because I was applying for it. Now they going to have to apply to deal with me. When it comes to... That's too spicy?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's nothing.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me do it this way real quick. There's nothing that's too spicy.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we gonna get real tonight.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I deserve... I feel like I deserve...
No question.
I feel like
Apologize later.
I feel like I deserve everything I apply for. I ain't applying for it if I don't want it. So if they don't give it to me, I'm gonna come take it sooner or later. And that's how I deal with rejection. I turn it into some type of way to perfect my craft to where they're begging me the next time they come around. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to critiques, I only take critiques from people I care about. Like I don't have time for a stranger telling me how to create my work. But if I'm in studio or I'm working with my homie Mark back there, who's a creative as well, he's like, "Yo, B, we should look at this and do it this way." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, go ahead, cook up, Mark. Let's make it sharp," because I trust his opinion because he make dope work. I'm not here to be taking no critiques. My work ain't for nobody to tell me how to do it. So keep it. Now you can literally keep it to yourself or buy the shit. Like I ain't really. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you come through and you do it yourself. Show me what you can do. Don't tell me how to do my stuff, because a lot of people that are up to critique, I mean, depending on where you at, I ain't in the school, you know what I'm saying? But
I mean, we ain't go to.
they be... Nah, but and that's another reason I'm not to say that school may not be for me, because I don't want to have to sit there and have to deal with critiques. Like, I don't want to know that I have to sit here and listen to somebody that I want to, but I don't want to deal with that. Like, I feel like that'll be a growing pain. Not make me feel bad about my work, but make me want to have to go at.
That's what growth is. It's a pain, baby.
I'm grown.
You want to grow it? Do you want to grow it?
What was that? Critiques us. If you're not here to add to the pot, don't be talking about what I put in my gumbo.
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't like shrimp.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I'm with you, Brian. I don't want to hear it. Because things get better with time.
I had one more.
Things get better with time.
And
sometimes-
we talking too much.
No. So another thing too is like critiques can come in certain ways, right? So if you don't know something, you can reach out to your tribe and they'll say like, "Oh, nah, you should try to do it this way and finesse it this way." Like, I'm working on merch for my brand right now, and I'm calling my tribe like, "Yo, what should I charge?" Or what, you know what I'm saying? If I do this quality, what should I charge? And they'll let me know like, "Bro, you worth a $65 t-shirt or a $70 t-shirt." You know what I'm saying? So that's a good critique.
So I wanted to say something. It's a difference between offering an idea and then offering criticism. I think sometimes people don't realize how their criticism can tear somebody down. I feel like because I'm on this journey with my wife, and because everything somebody say to my wife, she say to me. And it's been times where I think people have said stuff to her. They may have meant it out of love, but they don't know where she was in her journey. And sometimes your criticism can tear somebody down. So I think we have to be mindful of, like, when people are doing their thing and they showing up, if somebody is showing up, more than likely they're showing up to the best of their ability. So I think sometimes we got to just be mindful of, like, telling people things like, I feel like criticism is like telling somebody they charging too much or telling somebody how to do them. Like, I think that's the purpose in being an artist and being a creative, is like, you want to be able to do it your way. This is your freedom, your canvas, your art. So I think we just have to be mindful of like how we say things. Now, I will say, like, My parents, they have a lot of ideas. My wife will be painting something. They be like, "Oh, you should paint this," and I'm like, "That does not align with her vision." But thanks for the idea. But I think it's just like how you say things to a person, and I think when you are artist or creative, I consider myself a creative. I have my own artistry. It looks different than the people on this panel, but I think sometimes your criticism can be something that breaks a person. A lot of artists and creatives, we be on our last fucking straw.
We are very sensitive.
Yeah, we're very sensitive and we're on our last straw sometimes. So then when you come and say something like, you need to be charging this or you need to be doing this, it almost makes an artist feel like they aren't good enough. And then that's a weight that you have to carry along with trying to figure out how you're gonna make money, trying to figure out your next creative idea, trying to figure out if people gonna buy your shit. So I think like, before speaking to anybody that's an artist or creative, we gotta make sure that we're like coming from a space of love and that we're being gentle and compassionate because people's art is like everything that they have. And a lot goes into it. And when it comes to like my wife, I see her paint like sun up, sun down, and people don't know the things that she go through because she presents herself just so amazing. But that I've seen criticism make her cry.
And that's the part. It's also that there's so many people that have taken it as a hobby. And so, but there's a lot of us, this is a lifestyle.
Yeah, this is real life.
This is how we pay our bills.
Yes.
This is how we eat. Like, this is all we think about. This is what we wake up to. And it's not like, and it's cool, do your DIYs. I do DIYs too.
But this is not that. I think people don't understand all it takes. It's completely different when you are a full-time artist than a DIY. No shade to DIYs, but it's different.
Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo.
Okay, so... Okay. How do you handle competition within... How do you handle competition in the art creative community? Y'all said, what's that? Do I need to let y'all expand or yeah?
No, I can start off and then my people can follow up. When it comes to competition, you shouldn't be competing with anyone. You should be competing with your best self. And I feel like if someone is great and I see their work, you get my respect. You get my respect, and that's how I deal with it. It's no competition. It's you deserve my respect. That's it.
I feel the same way, so I'm like, yeah, definitely.
No, they feel the same way. Okay, what about you?
Just say it in your own words. No, that's straight up, period. You know my mantra, face yourself. It's the mirror. Look in the mirror. That's who the competition is. My thing is, it's collaboration over competition. Ain't no competition. If you're not trying to make yourself better, then you really got things confused. And I think everybody should go to therapy. But if you really with that and you think competition is a thing, you should definitely go to therapy because that's not healthy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't
Can I
see
add one more
yourself.
thing?
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people, business people, they be like, all right, my competition is this, and that. I don't focus on stuff like that. I focus on what can I do better, what should I do better for myself, and what can I create that I love that's for me. That's it.
We live in the hood, first of all.
Man.
And you've literally seen McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King sitting in a triangle. And they all sell burgers, and they all sell fries, and they all sell mess. But they still all, yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
To piggyback on what they said, there's no competition. Unfortunately, if you compete with me, then you better work harder because I ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So just work at your own pace. Like if you worry about everybody else, you ain't pace yourself. If you focus on what everybody else doing, you ain't working hard enough on your stuff. Like you shouldn't even be looking at what somebody else is doing. Keep your head down. Take some notes. Take some notes.
Wait, no. If you taking notes, keep your head down.
If you keep your head down. If you
look up when you winning.
Hey, no. But yeah, there shouldn't be any competition in this because everyone is different, right? Like I feel like if you focus on what somebody else got going on, you already losing. Like You ain't focused. Like just stay the course of what you want to do. It's good to be inspired by somebody, but once you start feeling envious of their success, you already took an L. Like that's the most loser thing for you to do is be envious of somebody. Nah, we gonna take it there. Don't be a loser and don't compete. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just be cool enough to be you. Like it's yeah. I don't even like that word competition because people be too antsy out here to feel like I'm competing with. Why would I compete with you?
It made me laugh.
Why would I compete with somebody? You tripping. I just started. I don't even.
I feel that, Ron.
Okay, the next question is, how do you stay motivated when things aren't going well?
I'm the queen of staying motivated when things don't go well. I'm being honest, most of the times I be broke, but I don't claim broke because I'm spiritually rich.
don't say saying the word broke.
Yeah.
Never ever say you broke.
I never say that, but no, I'm saying in other people's terms.
No,
Carla, you better get in trouble. You better tighten up. You better
You never
tighten
ever
up.
say you broke because when you speak that over yourself,
That's what you bring.
You speak a curse over yourself.
Yes.
Saying like I'm broke is literally a curse.
Yes, it
you
is.
can say I'm lacking finances at the moment, but baby, you're never broke.
Oh, I know I'm
You're
never.
very rich in many ways.
I'm very rich in many ways, but when things aren't going my way, the way I stay motivated is I just keep working. And I cry to my wife, and she fix it every time. She fix it. She fix it. And she always motivate me to keep going. So when things aren't going my way, I'm still working. I'm still putting things out. I'm still creating my ideas. I'm still bringing things to life. So, because I know I will be rewarded later because this is my passion. This is my purpose. So I keep going.
That's great. I feel like God gave me my purpose at a very young age, and that's my big why. Like, that's my motivation. Like, it may not look like it right now. I don't know what it looks like, but, well, no, I do know what it looks like, and that's what keeps me motivated. Like, I have a vision for my life. I have a vision for everything that I want to do and how I want to look and my environment, all the things, and how I want to feel. So that's what keeps me motivated. Even if it don't feel like it right, like, it'd be a totally different environment, but you know what? I'm like, I'm not dwelling in this. Like, I'm gonna keep going. Like you said, yeah, I'm not living in that. Yeah, so it keeps me motivated. Definitely purpose.
I be struggling, y'all.
Me too.
I'm definitely gonna follow up. First of all, yeah, definitely my nigga. She keep me right. Shout out to my nigga back there. Period. Hey, TK. But I'm not gonna lie. I break down. I crash out a little bit. Sometimes I make it public because I feel like people should hear it.
Yes.
I feel that.
People don't need to just know your wins. I
You hear me?
her with that all the time. Like, you don't have to talk about it while you actively going through it because, like, evil eyes. If you down, you don't need everybody online wishing more
Period.
down on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like when
Get
you
it
over
out.
stuff, it's nothing wrong with saying like, I just went through this obstacle and this is how I got
Right.
through it. Like, there's nothing wrong with not always being up. It's just nobody's always up.
And see, you made an interesting point there because you said once you get over it, sometimes I really crash out in the moment.
And that's okay. You're human.
Yep, in the moment.
I respect that about
But
you.
it's like a roller. Thank you. I appreciate you. I feel like it's a roller coaster, and I also have like a mantra that I give myself that transparency is transformative. Because you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people in the world, and it's almost narcissistic to think that you just the only one going through whatever said thing. It's too many people in the world for you to think that this is the first time this has happened to anyone. Like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I've gone through so much loss that the darkness just made me appreciate the light more. It's like, again, like what I said, the duality. And so it's like once you go through stuff, it's just like, okay, let's take a moment. We're going to get it out because the feelings are honest. They are valid. Shit is fucked up. But also, what are we doing that is great? What do we get to, first of all, we're breathing. That's a start.
Yep.
We got to start the day.
Lesson.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I try to find the littlest things to try to take me through. Of course, I got tribe that I call and I crash out to them. And I appreciate y'all because y'all be going through it. I see y'all and I feel y'all and I'm grateful for y'all because we be going through it and I thank y'all. But most importantly, it's my kids. Because
my personal kids, the ones that I actually birthed from this womb, which is also a thing. I'm a full-time mother. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to shout out my daughter, like specifically. I love my son too, but my daughter, she 13. She really been going through the ringer with me. You hear what I'm saying? But I also feel like it built like an emotional intelligence for her. And it built like a connection where she can tell me anything. She doesn't feel ashamed because she understands the power of transparency. Yeah, I'll stop there. Yeah. I'll be crying in here.
Again, can we repeat the question? I just want to make sure. I just got the motivation.
How do you stay motivated when things aren't going well?
For me, I've seen a lot of dark times and things in my life to where I know that if it's not that bad, then it's not really bad for me. Like I've had things happen. It's like, it could be really fucked up for me. So even like the stuff that'll get me upset, sometimes I just know in that moment, I've been through worse. This ain't nothing. Let's smile and let's get through it. Like let's figure a way to make it work because I ain't dying. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. But like, I just know it's not as bad as it could be. Like even when it is bad, I know it's a win right around the corner because I work so hard. Like I lock in when I feel like it's getting bad. I just lock in and work for what I need to make myself pick myself back up. But I don't let myself get too down unless like it's something going on in my family. But as far as like art and being creative, I just let it fly because that's what I built myself on, is being me and letting it fly. So I've been through enough dark times. I don't have to. I feel like I don't approach anything that should get me upset as like, okay, I'm gonna have to work through this. I just move around it and know that it could have been darker. Like I've been darker, so everything like now doesn't really bother me, and that's a blessing. Like it's literally a blessing. Like I don't even know how to coach that for anybody, but.
Oh, and we all said art. I don't know if we said that, but art, clearly.
Yeah, art is the art.
Yeah, nobody said art.
Wait, I want to piggyback off what Brian said, because most of the times when we are down and crying about something, God got something for you right after that moment. And it could be a week away, a day away, a month away, a year away. It's going to be worth that down moment for sure.
Yes, me last week crying.
And look at you.
Everything turned around this week.
ahead.
It just worked like that. Okay. Yeah, it'd be like that.
Let it out.
It's better out than in, friend. Better out than in.
Okay, have you ever felt exploited as an artist?
Oh, sorry, Sade. I'm only going to say one thing. And the answer is... I'm gonna say as an artist, I've been exploited many, many times. And then I would go to my wife and she'd be like, why would you let somebody do that to you? Why would you? But, you know, most people, they don't know the value you put into your work, so they want to pay you pennies for thousands and thousands of dollars worth of work. So sometimes I would like, in the past, I would give my all to something and I would put my time and my energy into it, and the person would pay me pennies for it. I know better now. And they would take whatever I made and go sell it all for themselves and give you no credit. And that's just that. But now I know better.
Now I don't allow that to happen.
Yes, period. Come on, have somebody your accountability partner.
I have a really good, intelligent friends. Like
Should we
my
pass the
two
mic back to
closest
her?
friends, both of them are in here. They're very.
You need this, baby?
I don't think so, but my two friends that are in here, Mig, she's the owner of Grounded, and my other closest friend, Shay, she manages her son. And whenever me and Karla are in situations, I call them immediately because they are such like grounded women, and they will tell me like, no. And then they give me courage to go to her and be like, no, we ain't settling for this. Meg said it should cost this much. Shay said you need to do this, you need to do that. So I feel like as we're learning on this path, like I'm gonna advocate for anybody around me. Most of the people around me are bosses and I learn from them. But I'm going to advocate the hell like for my wife. Like I'm never going to let my wife sell herself short or anybody that is surrounding me, because I see what really goes into this, and I see how people can trick, manipulate, try to sell you something shiny that's fake. And when you're out here, you looking for opportunities, you hungry. It's like sometimes you don't realize that a person is finessing you. But that's why you need to have community. And anything that somebody say to my wife is gonna run through me, and then I typically run it through my friends, and they gonna let me know like this ain't right. You know what I mean? I even call my dad. I'm like, Dad, so this guy is saying this. He like, he don't even know nothing about art. So I think like having community, having somebody that's gonna ride for you and remind you your worth, even when you down to your lowest, or even when you feel like you struggling. If something don't feel right in your gut, in your womb space as a woman, we know, we have women intuition. We know when somebody is trying to finesse us, and we have to learn how to like speak up for ourselves and be like, no. You know? So yeah, ain't nobody exploiting my wife, period.
And guess what? And I got Brian now.
Okay, you got people to. I feel like the best thing, to your point of like having people to protect you, and like even if you don't know that, I feel like the moment I was thinking about in the exploitation was when I was younger, a younger creative, and like to your point of like being eager and hungry to get that breakthrough in that moment. And I felt like this person that I was working with, I wanted it to be that so bad. But I feel like once you start seeing, you said something about like people taking your work and calling it their own or sharing it with their friends, and you're seeing your work, your sketches, your designs like literally go down runways. It's like that makes, okay, I need more sense than this. Yeah, like you like, wait a minute, I need more sense to this. Like, and you learn from that. And I feel like that's the best thing is like if you ever get exploited, because it happens. Yeah. Like we get vulnerable, and not even as creatives, like as any kind of profession, but you gotta learn, you gotta know your worth for sure. You gotta be confident in that, and then yeah, definitely learn your lessons in that.
I'm still tweaking out for a moment. Brian I still need to collect myself for that question.
I'm going to just start off by saying this. If you try to exploit me, I'm going to exploit your ass. And this is for, no, listen to what I'm saying, listen to it. It's organizations out here that'll use an artist, that'll underpay an artist. If you don't learn how to finesse them as they trying to finesse you and get your W, then I feel bad for you. As an artist, you need material. You need canvases. You need paint. If you working with these organizations, they trying to pay you chump change, get it back in material. Finesse them in material. Oh, yeah, I need 40 packs of brushes for this to get done when you only know you need 5.
Keep the receipt, return everything.
You hear me? Keep the receipt. Mark, no, keep the receipt and return everything. Get it? They don't even understand, like.
Do you remember the question? Hold on. You know he had difficulty, but he.
No, I'm telling the truth.
Remembering the question.
I had to look up the definition when that was up. I was like, oh.
The question. You know he been forgetting the question the whole time. You remember the question?
Exploitation.
Yeah, I know. Focus on that as an artist.
Yeah, I ain't letting you. Ain't about to thank you. I'm gonna let you think you exploit me, but whole time I'm taking advantage of y'all. Like,
Can I say one
That's
thing?
For sure.
reparations. That's not exploitation. That's reparations.
yeah, I'm doing the exploiting.
That's reparations, but not
For
exploitation.
sure. But I like the.
Reparations.
That's not exploiting them
Getting
back.
it back in blood.
Yeah, but it's reverse exploitation.
Right. That's what you need to say.
Yeah, reverse exploitation. So exploit them while they try to exploit you.
AKA reparation.
Reparation.
Get back what we were supposed to have anyway.
Yeah, but pay attention. Heck yeah, hell yeah. People take my ideas all the time and try to implement them. And the thing that I got that a lot of other organizations or people don't got is a bunch of swag. Like, you can't recreate something that Brian Bailey created because I created it for me. So it's like if you try to do it without me, you're going to look crazy and you're going to struggle.
I could.
Nah, you know, this is it was one person, big dog. But just pay attention, talk to people that you trust, because I work with a lot of artists, or a lot of artists are my mentors that are very successful, and they have been exploited. So they tell me, look, this is going to happen. Pay attention to this. So when it come across my table, I be like, I be ready for it, literally, and we just gonna get it back on the back end. Like, I'm gonna make sure it makes sense, because the money you was gonna pay me, I was gonna spend on material anyway. So why not take the bread from you and then also get you to pay for the material? Exploit the exploiter.
I like that.
Take your time.
All right. I think I got it.
Let that chopper sing, okay?
I'm gonna have Koo still in the mess. All right. I hate to break it to you, but some of the folks that are exploiting, they are right beside you.
She's not talking about her as a person. She's not talking about her.
She talking about the community.
Y'all receive it how you will. I'm gonna give my message and y'all keep it how you will, because I'm gonna have some coof. Some of them are right beside you. And so as soon as I heard exploitation, my favorite word, and my tribe knows that I like to call it coattail riding. And my thing is, it's getting warm in here. My thing is, and I said this to somebody the other day, like, I'm a giver anyway. I'm about community anyway. So you could be a stranger. Like, we don't have to get super close. We don't have to be in a special bond. If you need something, then I'm going to give it to you. If I can't give it to you, I'm going to figure out how you can get it. Because that's what community is about. I said it earlier. I really believe in, if you want to go far, you go together. I really, like, seriously believe in it. And that's why I was crashing out, and I forgot. That's the part. I was crashing out the other day, and Diamond was putting some information out on her page, and I was like, that's the part. So, like, I do believe in community, and that's my shit, but I think that's the part that gets me. Sorry, I'm gonna be cussing. Sorry. All right.
Miles grown.
Okay. Sorry, Miles. Yeah, we've been thugging for a while anyways. Shout out to Miles.
Miles, where you at? Stand up, Miles.
Shout out to Miles. Southside in the building. Yeah. That's my Brody. Sorry, Miles. Excuse my language. Oh, and baby girl.
Baby girl here? My bad, baby.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. My bad, Kima. My bad. All right. No, I'm gonna tighten up. My bad. Hold on, so I can tighten up. I would give you anything if you was a stranger. So you don't have to get close. You don't have to make it special or do anything. But I don't like when people do that. They just get close and they want to get close and do stuff because it seems like, oh, this person is popping and we going to do this. Like, I'm really about purpose. And I think that's why I crashed out the other day, because I'm really about community. And when y'all, like I said earlier, when y'all don't be about community and you say you about community, and then I'm really out there like trying to move in community, and then I find out you're not doing community-like things, I don't like that. But Diamond reminded me that it's about the purpose and not the people. Because the people gonna act up every time.
Is that call and response? You heard that?
Unfortunately, the people are gonna act up every time.
Every time.
And so you can't lean it because, and then the other thing is, and I have a pattern, this is a lot of P's. It's giving a lot of alliteration here. Sorry, I was a former journalist, so it's the words.
Talk about it.
It's the people and the purpose. Hold on, it's with me. Can y'all give me a second? Because it was right here. Sorry, because Spirit is speaking, seriously. I know, because I would have said it how I needed to, but I got to tighten up. It's the people that distract you from your purpose. Damn, it was another P. I'm going to give y'all some time. I'm going to think about it. But the exploitation is what blows me, because you don't have to do all that. You can just ask for what you need or where you trying to go, and we'll get you there. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a one-man band anyway. Been for a long time, and I've always wanted to be with people, and then sometimes my attitude act up, and I'm a lot for people, and it just don't work out too much anyway, so I'm learning to understand my hermit mode anyway and just get the work done. But the exploitation, you don't have to do all that, friend. Relax. Oh, and the other thing, what's for you will not miss you. What's not for you won't catch you. So even if you try to coattail ride, even if you try to ride and get to the stop, it still ain't gonna move, because it's not yours. Wait your turn, friend.
Wait your turn.
Because folks have been doing work. Folks have been in it. Like I said, this is a lifestyle. This is not nothing to play with. Like I said, I got kids. Some of y'all don't even have children. I got mouths to feed. I'm just saying. I look that way. I got a dog and a cat. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing to play with. So if you're not serious about the work, then get out the way. Play with it. Do the DIYs. Shout out to Mo. I like DIYs. Mo doesn't. It's fine. But get in a different lane and get out the way. So the people that want to do the work for real, they can do it. And when you want to come in, you can come in. Change lanes. Hit the blinker. Let us know you coming. Hit the blinker. Yeah, don't just be coming in.
I like that, Kay.
I appreciate that. Oh, Lord.
Okay, how do you balance creating for yourself versus creating for an audience?
That is a good question because everything I create is for me. So for me, I only create things I will wear. I only create art that I will want in my house. And in the past, I used to, think or consider like, what would people buy? But then that would be watered down designs. And so now I'm like, if I get an idea, it's gonna be crazy anyway. So why not put my all into it to make it crazy? And who it's for is gonna be who it's for.
Y'all want me to ask it again?
Yeah.
No,
Okay. How do you balance creating for Brian?
I'm listening.
How do you balance creating for yourself versus creating for an audience?
Okay, yeah, I would say recently, before I would always think of in the sense of like, how can this be for someone else, an audience, or make money, et cetera. I feel like you kind of, as an artist, you think like that, like,
that's true.
you already put a value to it. But as of recently, not recently, but I would say during the pandemic, I would dabble in different like art mediums. But right now, I took up the hobby of like oil painting. And
That's fire.
and it's and I feel like it's fire, but I'm always thinking like, okay, but I'm not in the sense of selling it or doing a show for it. So I do it with no pressure. Like I feel like that's a good thing too. Is like with freedom. Like I'm not creating with the pressure of it being for someone else, and it's for me. And like even the painting that I shared, like I painted that maybe a year ago, like, and I just shared it just because I was like, I'm doing this and I want to give context of me being an artist, but yeah, I feel like I do it for me, and some things I may do for others, but right now my creativity is for me.
Yeah.
Period. Sorry, that felt funny to me too, the question. Because that's why I started creating it in the first place, is because it was for me. Like I didn't like the clothes that was going out. I didn't like the prices. And then when I had a message, I felt like, as a mantra, sometimes you just need to see it every day. And so I just wanted to have it on my body. I wanted it in my face. And then, like I said, it's my purpose, it's my mission. Like I have a whole story that came from this. Art saved my life. And so facial self, sorry, this is just a sample, but you ain't saying. Facial self is really a thing. It's my mantra. It's about being accountable. It's about being authentic. It's about just seeing yourself in the mirror, like the same question that came before, just about like the competition. It's always you. Like even when you doubt yourself, like, and the bottom thing is healing, it starts within. Like everything is inside. And then the thing about it is, this is the crazy part, it starts from inside and then it goes to communal space and then it goes global. It's kind of mind blowing. But I've actually seen it actually work. And so that's why I said I believe in art. I've seen what art does. I've seen where art has taken me, even places that I could have never imagined. Art has brought me there and led me there. Just speaking my truth and putting it on paper or putting it on clothes. Like, and then I also find my tribe that way.
Yes.
I make my clothes for myself, but then I find my tribe because, like I said before, you have to be narcissistic-ish to think that you're the only person that thinks this way or likes these things or, you know what I'm saying, can feel the drip, can feel the vibe. That's how you find your tribe. We speaking about bars, what I say?
Talk about it.
Yeah, the vibe and the tribe, y'all heard it. It's on tape. It's on tape. But yeah, I never created for anybody else, but it is more than a pleasure, like seriously. And I think you can attest to this. It is more than a pleasure to find your tribe that wears your shit, bruh. And that goes outside and they
Put it
just
on.
be, yeah. And let me tell you one thing about that. Tag your people.
Tag your people.
Yes.
Stay out the stores. My quote is stay out the stores and support yours, unless yours has a store, which I do in Southside. I did tell y'all that earlier, but stay out the stores and support yours, okay? Because y'all be going outside and, oh, you'll tag Nike. Nike don't give a damn.
They ain't even
Tag
checking
it.
they
They
never
don't.
looked at the brand.
Balenciaga don't give a damn. Gucci could give a fuck. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But, oh, sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. All right. I forgot. I forgot. My bad. But there are brands, and I say that. And I wear, even with my own stuff, I go, people will tell you, anytime I'm wearing anything, I'm tagging them.
Every day.
I'm tagging them because it matters to us. Like I said, this is a lifestyle. This just ain't for fun. This ain't just, I mean, it becomes fun
Yeah.
when you get to your strides. And it ain't just for drip, but it is drip.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying? But this is our life. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I want y'all to be more thoughtful about where y'all get your items from, who you bought it from, not to just look fly and just, oh, when people walking down, you think somebody gonna say, oh, you got so-and-so on. No, tag us. Let us know that you got our shit on. Let other people know that you got our shit on. Because then when they, sorry.
You're shiggity.
Yeah, thank you, Auntie. Let other people know, because even though people not saying stuff, y'all know how social media work. People not saying stuff, but they're looking all the time.
Yes.
They're watching all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I got these pants I've been wearing, and the man in Italy somewhere, and it's just like, okay, the pants are cute, but have you seen the coat? The coat is me. So, but for real, like on a serious tip, tag the artist, support the artist, stay out the stores and support yours, because this is a livelihood. We ain't playing. Like I said, I got kids now.
Sure.
I know the question. Watch this. I already know the question. For somebody else. I got you, for the audience.
I always create for myself. I started creating for myself, and I'll continue to always create for myself. Clients know, and I feel like that goes for all of us up here. When you're an authentic creative and you really know yourself, you create for you, and you don't sway from that. My clients know if they book me for a commission or to do a live painting, they gonna get what Brian Bailey got. I'm gonna paint whatever I want that day, and I'm gonna throw their logo in the middle, and that's that. Like I don't sway away from what I want to do, because if that was the case, I would be uncomfortable. And one thing I ain't gonna be is uncomfortable. I'm putting my stamp on it, because that's what you paying me for. You're not paying me to do something that look like something else. You paying Brian Bailey to be Brian Bailey, and that's what a lot of organizations, when I talk to my peers, they don't understand that when it comes to art. They really want you to get their message across, when really they paying you because you got a message. So if you continue to be you and talk your talk and create for you, what's for you?
Won't miss you. Where y'all at?
What's for you? So I did that. And again, to artists, when you go to these corporations, bro, stand 10 toes, please, because it make it harder for artists like us that's really standing on it. If you gonna go up there and do whatever they tell you to do, and to be transparent, make art look weak. It make the community of art look weak when you go up there and you create for them and don't create for yourself. If you go up there and you stand on it, and just know I'm gonna come right behind you and say, look, they right, because they'll ask. Like, if they talking to an artist and they'll ask other artists, like, what you think about this? I'm like, if that's what they want to do, then let them do what they want to do. I'll never sway a corporation from saying somebody shouldn't do something they way. It's art. Art isn't subjective to one thing or what it's supposed to look like. And I damn sure ain't about to copy somebody else because you don't want to pay that person. Y'all better go pay them before you pay me. I ain't copying nothing. So I always create for myself.
And as artists, we need to communicate with each other so we know what we looking at.
We control that market. That's a bar.
That's true.
That's a gem too. Don't be cheap.
Okay.
You got a question about that? Because we could.
He's a moderator.
Don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap.
Value yourself. We all gotta pay bills, but I mean, if you could pay 4 bills for an opportunity, don't take payment to pay 1 bill. And let that sit. It's gonna make sense on those.
You can always go high. If they want to take you lower, take them lower. But start high. You never know. They'll probably take the high first.
Might be able to put a little bit. I had opportunities. I've had opportunities where people say, "Nah, charge more," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is where I'm about to start at from now on." Like I've had people tell me to put another comma on a total. Like when I first started out.
That's why the artist communication
Exactly.
between each other is important.
Exactly.
So that nobody low-bids themselves.
Exactly.
That is so true.
First time.
Yep. If
Now,
I got a question, I go to K. I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, I'm
You might
doing this.
do this.
And understand your value too. Like everybody, I know I can't charge what Kiana charged for a mural. I know I can't charge what Karla charged for customization and stuff like that because we are 3 different artists and we all work. Kiana been working for.
But just go tell the story.
I'm just saying, understand your value and understand where you're at as an artist before you start to charge and find, just don't be sweet for it. That's the easy way to say it. Don't be sweet for it. Because it make it hard for us because we really.
I feel like we kind of touched on the final question that I had, but I want to open up the floor if anybody has any questions that they want to ask anybody, and then we're going to wrap up with one last question that I have. So okay.
My question to y'all is, being that you all are creatives repping the DMV, right? How does where you from and your heritage, whether it's here in the DMV or beyond, how does that influence your work as an artist, who you are as an artist, your vision? How does your origins and your heritage?
Period.
What's the impact of that?
Okay, you want to answer that?
Yeah, we could just, one person could just answer.
You
and
go
then-
first. It's your show, girl.
But I want you to answer
You
it.
can talk about how DC influences your work. Talk about your Dr. Martin piece.
Oh, okay.
She did a little encouragement, so I was like,
She would do it.
I love that.
Southside, we be outside. So talk about it.
DC have inspired a lot of my work, and it's certain pieces that I include a lot of Metro-like work, cherry blossoms, Metro cars and stuff like that. Things that you see in DC that you will always remember that's of DC native once you go out of town or whatever. But a lot of my work, like one of my pieces in Dr. Martens is 100% about DC. So if you ever get a chance to go to Georgetown, you can go in the store and then see my piece that's based on DC. So I have something in there about go-go, something in there about carryouts and cherry blossoms and things like that.
Anybody else want to answer? Or y'all
I got a little-
we could just let one person answer, or if
We short on
Brian,
time?
you want to? No.
Oh, we
Yeah,
go.
we
We gotta give
8:30.
them. Oh yeah, we go.
Okay.
I don't gotta be no way too.
Southside, my shit. It inspired me because I grew up in Southside, and it was never anywhere to like express the artistry. I tell people all the time I grew up as a weirdo because it wasn't really no art galleries. It wasn't really nowhere to like really express yourself and like really get into like what art was. And then again, like we said earlier, there was this whole thing like you're a starving artist. Like if you're gonna be an artist, you're gonna be broke and all this weird shit. Sorry. Stuff. Sorry. And yeah, but Southside is my thing because I just feel like Southside is just a different world. And not just our Southside in DC, like it's like whenever you go to any part of Southside, it's a whole different energy. Like you could say Southside, people are like, yeah, Southside Detroit, Southside Chicago, like Southside is a different thing. And that's why our tagline is, it's a different kind of creative because it's just different. People come from the mud and people have different experiences that people honestly shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But we still have this light about us. Like, it's just, you just don't understand it if you're not from there. You know what I'm saying? But the people that's from there, they get it. And so that's like, Southside creates everything for me. And also, like I said, I want us, and that's why I fuck with Karla so hard because we are tangible examples of what can come from Southside. You looking at it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you can call us. We doing work, we do stuff with the kids, and it's through art because art saved our lives. Like, look at this. You get what I'm saying? Like, and we're both doing art all over, like, we're moving, we're doing things, you get what I'm saying? And I want people to know, and especially our kids that's from Southside, to know that that's what they can do. It is possible, because they're gonna tell you that you can't. They're gonna tell you, don't waste your time. It's gonna be hard. You don't have no spaces to go to. It's a lie. And we're literally sitting right here and showing you the example of it. You can Google me, shit.
You know how you Google people and other stuff pop up,
All
but then
right.
hers be at the top. Like when you Google her, she be right there. It don't be nothing else but her.
And if you
Literally.
don't, your algorithm broke.
Yeah, nah, it be up there. For me, my upbringing, I grew up working at Six Flags. That really taught me how to hustle. It taught me business. It taught me how to flip money. From there, I did a lot of things. I worked at Sea Pleasant. I learned how to work with government entities. I learned about the bid process. I learned how to deal with general contractors. And I built houses, and I built the whole City Hall facility before I even started painting. So I learned a little bit of this. Nah, man. Mo the builder. When I started painting, I just didn't feel. I grew up in Maryland, Prince George's County to be exact. But when I started painting and I was attacking like the council and everybody in Maryland about the art scene over there, it was just moving pretty slow, and they didn't really care for the energy that I had. And I, took my talents to the South Side. And even coming to that South Side, appreciative. No. We go. When I came to the South Side and I started to be around and stuff like that, Kiana was one of the first people to be like, "Look, don't come over here playing." She said, "I'm watching you." She put me on like a 3-6 month probation because she protective of like her side of town and the arts and what people doing over there. And I'm a community guy. Like I want to make sure the kids straight. I want to make sure everybody's taking.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to check them out.
Nah, she had to make sure I was straight. And
Still watching
we've been like. But nah, just being a hustler and understanding how people work was very big for me, and it helps me with my artistry too because I create work for myself, but I also build from experiences of me talking to people out and about. And a lot of my work now that I'm creating is like youth centered, where I have a collection called Little Sliders where I'm speaking on the youth. Like it's literally just about the youth and what's going on. And it's going to transcend into a bigger aspect, but the surrounding is important. I feel like if you surround yourself with BS, you'll get BS. But once you start to surround yourself with some great individuals and greatness around you, pay attention because some of that stuff can be masked as great and it can be the worst thing ever. So just pay attention. That's just a gem. Discernment. Damn, I don't like SAT word.
Have discernment.
Discernment is the word for the year.
What's your name, boss?
Dark matter.
Dark matter.
Dark matter, I like that.
I don't need it.
We had a yoga class called Dark Matter years ago.
Anybody else?
Okay, anybody else have a question? Okay.
You guys talked about like rejection and stuff, being rejected. But I would say, since you also mentioned discernment, it connects. But how do you handle, like, yes, you can be a community person. Yes, you can believe in like working together and collaborating. But how do you handle it if what someone presents to you just isn't aligned? Like you might be all for it, but how do you handle those times?
How do you turn people down?
And mostly too, if it's somebody that you actually like, like you know what I'm saying? Because they might see you doing other things and they might take it as, okay, well, why didn't you do it with me? But sometimes like the reality is like
it just
your vision, like it's not aligned. Y'all.
Yeah, that's how you said it. That's a great idea, friend. I love it. But right now, it doesn't align with where I'm at. We're not in alignment.
No, because it's like reject. It's like because you deal.
How do you reject someone?
We're
How
not
do
in
you
alignment.
reject someone and also kind of not be okay with what comes with it? Because like a lot of times people take it personal.
They do.
They take it personal.
And that's fine, but that's not your business. That's the personal is for them. That's their feelings. Make yourself say we're not in alignment, even if it make you feel a little fucked up, messed up.
There you go.
Yes, I got it.
There you go.
Feel a little messed up, crash out for a second, and and come back and say that you served, you did what you needed to do for yourself. You served yourself the right way, and they'll figure it out. Because also, if somebody says no, that doesn't mean it's over. It just gives them an option to do it a different way.
Yeah.
You want me to say that again? Remember it? I got that from therapy. That's burnt in my head. A no is not, it's over. It's just to give a person an option to do it a different way. And you can take that for yourself too. If somebody tells you no, that don't mean it's over. You just gotta do it differently. Figure it out.
Oh, do it with somebody else.
It's a lesson, yeah.
I think we gotta get comfortable with like saying no.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I have to tell her all the time, she'll be like, such and such want me to do XYZ. And I'll be like, that does not align with you. Like, why would you do that?
Why are you doing that?
That's not gonna serve you. It doesn't represent you as an artist. So I feel like I have to tell her to tell people no a lot of times, because when you got motion, you moving, you doing your thing, everybody wanna put their hands in it, and sometimes people are telling you like,
The coattail riding and shit, it don't be okay, man.
that too, but I just feel like you gotta know who you are as an artist, and you have to be okay with saying no. No is a complete sentence. Like, you have to be okay with just saying like, this is not where I belong, because I've seen her say yes so many times. And then we get in a situation and I literally be calling my best friends and I'll be like, how do we get out of this? Thank God for ChatGPT.
I want to add to that, because it might be something, I don't know what the situation is, but if it's like a collaboration, for instance, and if it doesn't align, but you might be a little scared to tell this person and you do it, you're going to regret or have that resentment. Like, think about that resentment is going to be far worse than you just saying no, not
Yes.
Like,
Or just,
it might be a little more permanent.
I swear. Because you made the decision to do it.
yeah, you gotta say no.
But they
also-
all learning experiences.
And pay attention to how that person reacts and move forward when you tell them no
Yes.
too, because sometimes, like you said, people really want to ride that wave and they like,
try
oh, I
it.
think this is a good idea, and you'll say yes to it, and then now you know you're on the front end of a project that ain't even really yours.
And
Yep.
that's what I said.
And
You
they
use the
just
word
like,
alignment.
man,
Because if they don't respect, it's not aligned, then that's not your people. Because everybody understand alignment. And if it ain't aligned, it just don't work. And it's fine, friend. It ain't personal. But if they take it personal, then yeah, that's a red flag right there, friend.
Yeah, you gotta not get yourself involved into stuff that you feel like is not a representation of you. Because as an artist, how you represent yourself is everything. What you stand on is everything. And I feel like I've had people pitch opportunities to me that if I said them to somebody else, they would say, why would you pass that up? But it didn't feel good to me. And I feel like every time I figure out why, even though it may sound good in a moment, I always figure out why, like, I didn't want to involve myself in it. And it's okay to not be a part. It's okay to just like say no and just stand on it with no explanation.
You did that with your last business.
But if you need an explanation, you could go to ChatGPT and ask like how to gently let somebody down. It's very helpful. Yes, it's very fucking helpful. Yes, I will.
I feel like you did that with the hair thing. Because, yeah, you
She did.
Be specific with the
But she said it's not aligned
Be
anymore.
specific
She
with
got
the
different.
prompts.
She got different words.
Yeah, you gotta know when you don't want your hands in something. That's okay.
You gotta know when to hold
I like
it
that
out.
question though.
That was a good one.
Any more questions?
Okay, so I kind of got like a two-parter. So like when you were first starting like your creative journey, like how did you balance, I guess, maybe you want to have your hand in like every single pot, like you want to try painting, you want to try clothes, like how did you, I guess, try to, yeah.
Oh, so one moment I'm only focused on paintings. The next moment I'm only focused on clothing. So it's like when I'm focusing on clothing, I get ideas for painting, but I write those down as notes and I'll do those later. So as time passes, once I get back around to painting, I'll do my painting ideas. Once I get back to clothing, I'll get back to my clothing ideas. So it's just like balancing, like going with the flow of how your creation works.
And you can do everything as a creative.
Yes,
too.
you can.
I always tell my wife, it's no limits. If you want to do a shoot today, if you want to paint a mural the next day, if you want to do clothes the next day, like it's no limits, it's no lane when you're trusting your creative vision. So I think there's nothing wrong with like everybody
Doing
that I know that's a
everything you wanna
boss,
do.
they're multifaceted. They're doing multiple things within their business that are making them successful. So I always tell her like, the world is your canvas. Nobody's gonna tell you you're only supposed to be in a gallery, and nobody's gonna tell you only supposed to make sweatshirts. So I feel like you gotta dip and dab in whatever feels good to you at the moment. And some places you may want to stay because you're getting money. Some places you may want to stay because it's fulfillment. But I feel like it's no lane. Like we've been taught, like get in your lane and ride it. I don't have a lane, and that's what made me successful. Is I'm all over the place, you know? Not in a bad way. I'm grounded when I'm all over the place, but I trust all of my ideas, even sometimes if they don't look like what the last idea looked like. So I think to be successful, you have to be, I think it's multifaceted. I be saying everything wrong, but I think it's that. Like you have to try everything, get your hands in everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes society make it seem like that's a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, don't put yourself in a box, and there's no boxes around me. I'll paint on anything. So.
Would you say with that, like the discipline you have to like dedicate set amount of time to each thing, like that makes the difference?
Yes.
Because I feel like I'll have all these ideas, but it's like I'll do one thing, but then it's not finished, and now I'm starting another thing, and then so it's like
I feel that.
That's one thing I think you said, the discipline, having the discipline to like finish.
Let me tell you something.
And then go to the next.
For me, I don't start anything next until I'm finished what I'm working on. So each of these paintings, I finish them first, and then I go into the next thing. I don't feel comfortable with leaving something incomplete. So I finish what I'm working on and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I think you're rare for that. Cause
Yeah.
I have a hard time finishing sometimes finishing my ideas. Like sometimes I'm starting so many things that I'm not able to.
It makes me
complete
feel
them.
weird.
She finishes. If she starts something, she will stay up to 4:00 in the morning to finish it. Like she has to finish stuff. I think that's just however you are, like as an artist. Cause I start projects, work on something else, circle back to whatever I was doing. I kind of just move around based on how I feel. That's how I navigate. But she has a lot of discipline. Like,
I'm one track mind when I'm working on
she has to
something.
finish something before she goes to the next thing. I don't know. I just think that's just how her brain is.
Yeah. It's kind of type A. Like,
dedicated.
yeah, I love that. Back to your question, I would say I recommend for all creatives of artists to try to get a residency. I feel like a residency is definitely a great experience to just do whatever you want to do. I remember I had it was my only residency. I did it in 2018. It was kind of like very serendipitous. I did it at the Torpedo Factory for maybe about 3 or 4 months in Alexandria. And that was even serendipitous. Like, I'll tell you about that for a little bit. At that time, I was working with SBA. I wanted to create and it's still a vision of mine to create it's called a creative house. Essentially, it's like a gym for creatives. Being able for us to just have somewhere to paint and do all kinds of things. So I literally was maybe, I don't know, at the time, 22, 23, going to SBA, and they assign you a free mentor. And I went to Alexandria, went to the mentor, and he was like, you should go to the Torpedo Factory. I never heard about it. And it was right down the street, and I went, and it just so happened that they had a residency that was about to be open. They were like, you should apply for it. I did, and I got it. And it was honestly it was truly a blessing. It was aligned. And it was a moment where I was just able to do whatever I wanted. At that time, I literally just got out of college, and I had a senior thesis. My thesis was fashion design. And I brought my senior thesis there, but I also had other things. I wanted to paint. I wanted to do little embroidery swatches because that's what I studied. And that's why, me and Brian talk about it, get a residency. Because it's also sometimes they'll give you a stipend. They'll give you some money to buy things and just kind of live on the day-to-day. But definitely try out a residency.
My answer is short. I be all over the place. I just, like I said, I let spirit flow, and I be so curious, and I want to try new stuff, and then my algorithm is real crazy on Instagram, and I be seeing all this DIY stuff, and I just be want to try stuff, but then it's like stuff to expand what I'm doing and expand the message. It always comes back to the purpose and the message and how we can move it, but I don't think I've found. I guess I found my balance, but it's all over the place. I just do it all, and I don't really. So in that quote, what is it? The master of all, jack of all trades. Yeah, but there's another line to it that people don't be recognizing, and it gets better. I can't remember it right now, but Google it. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? But it gets better. But I just let spirit lead, and wherever spirit takes me, I trust it. So I be all over the place, girlfriend. Let it go, let it flow.
I agree.
Okay, just really quickly, like, go back to what you were saying about discipline. Like, I'm not as type A in discipline. I do, like, start something and finish it, but I also learned to just time block, like, maybe sometime after work or, like, in the evening or in the morning or just on a Wednesday or your Saturday, like, time, make sure you dedicate, like, this is my time that I do this. And this is when I create and I do whatever. So just, like, I recommend that time blocking.
Okay, so is that okay?
Real quick, my second question is on the business tip, right? Is a business plan important part of the things that you guys do as far as advancing your career, or what business gems do you guys have that y'all all haven't already shared with the audience?
Okay, so everybody could maybe share like one business gem that they have or that they learned.
The one I have is I'm figuring it out.
I would say be open-minded, like be confident. For instance, okay, so going back to like my day job, I'm a realtor, and I like to bring in creativity in that. I had got my first listing. I staged this property, and I put my all into it. Like I painted the art and I brought things in. But from there, like people were asking me, like other agents were like, my clients saw your work. Do you stage, or who did the staging? I was like, I did the staging. They like, do you stage? I've never staged. This is my first time staging. I don't got no furniture, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work. So like if the opportunity makes sense, like make it work. Like, yeah, that's what I would say. And just kind of be available to that. And like, do your all. Sometimes you may not get paid for, or somebody may or may not see it, but you never know who's looking.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the perfect intro to what I was going to say, because Sade definitely did her thing in Sycamore and Oak, period. Made us look cute and all that. Anyway, yeah. You did. I was supposed to say that?
No,
I was like, yeah, you did.
No, he said talk about your business plan and your gym.
But I was gonna say, but that was the perfect thing. Start somewhere, people. I didn't have a business plan, but I had a great vision and I had a great idea, and then you take it off. Sometimes it may be real raggedy. My dad is old as hell and from Mississippi, and he says these weird euphemisms, but they like keeping stuff under your mattress and stuff. Sometimes that's what it is. It's like you're still saving, but it's not in the bank, so who can judge you, right? But then when you get to a step, you can perfect it, you can make it better, but start somewhere. And because when I started the center, I had no idea what I was doing. When I started the retail store, I had no idea what I was doing. But we're celebrating 10 years, and 2 years, and 5 years. And thank you. But just start somewhere. And then, like I said, again, lean into community. People are in front of you. People have done this before. Don't be too shy. Ask the questions. How will you know if you don't ask? You can't just expect that people are just going to say, oh, you're here, and I'm going to give you the information. If you care, dig for it. But start somewhere, even if you don't know. Follow spirit. Let spirit lead you, because what spirit's going to lead you to, it ain't made up. It may not make sense for you or anybody else, but listen to it and just follow it, and it'll take you where you need to go.
No. I need half of it, but I know where I'm going. My biggest business gem is the study the game, right? Like look at the people that you look up to, or look at the people that are doing great in your field that are cool individuals, right? Because it's people that do great and they're corny and they operate on certain principles that you don't want to follow. So I always look at people that are cool, that stand for something, that are comfortable being themselves, and I talk to them. Like I literally ask them the questions, like, how did you deal in this situation? Or I got this going on. What you think is what's the better way for me to approach this opportunity? And if they genuine and they real, they'll let you know off rip because they want to see you win. I attribute that to like me being successful today, because I really talk to real heavy hitters and they let me know what I got going on is good, and they ain't worried about me. They ain't worried about me moving forward because they know they already have emotion. So just get some good people around you. And work with them. Don't just be talking to Joe Smo and taking everybody critiquing their opinion, because I hustle and I paint every single day of my life. I'm not gonna sit and talk to somebody that's half-assing it and
I mean, you can look
get
at
pointers
the
from
cookies
them.
for an example.
Yeah,
Say
for
you
sure.
wanna not do that. That's also an option too.
For sure. But if you want to get your information, and if you want to be successful, like look at, like have peers around you that are very, very successful, and just hope that they are very genuine with them, and pay attention. Just pay attention. You know when you look at somebody and it looks great and it looks amazing, like look at that and think about like what that work is. My biggest thing is hard work. Like I'll work to the bone to get my message across. Like literally to the bone to get my message across, to where I'll leave here and I'll go paint until 8 a.m. and then go to Grounded to get a matcha so I could go to sleep. And then wake back up at 12.
Come on, Macho.
Ron, that ain't fair.
Nah, real deal Holyfield.
Because I be wanting to paint to AM.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Pull up.
I need that control.
She's like, you've been out here for 12 hours. when you come.
Oh, we're together. No, I'm just saying. I go through the same thing.
She be like, you've been.
She be on my ass. She's looking at me right now. Like,
I ain't trying to put you on the spot.
You did it. Because you have to balance work. You have to have balance within your work.
Working life.
And sometimes it's not about working yourself like down to the ground, because that can be unhealthy too. So I try to encourage you to work in a balanced way. So it's out of
you
love.
got time to rub them toes, Carla. You gotta go home and rub them toes, man.
She gonna ask.
Okay, y'all, so this was amazing. Carla's not gonna say it, but she have prints for sale in the back. She have merch for sale in the back. Check out her art. Everything is for sale. And this was amazing. I've never moderated a conversation before, but this was amazing. So lastly, I just want you to give like a sentence or two of like something that you live by in your creativity or your art. Something that everybody here can take away.
For me, I live by.
But go ahead.
For me, I live by, if God gave me the idea, do it, because he gave it to you for a reason. And if you don't do it, somebody else will.
Period.
Don't.
Do you want to make God mad?
Yes, come on. I would say always be curious, stay curious, like go in a K-hole research on things. Like if you're interested in a topic, learn more about it. Like definitely just stay curious as a creative, as anyone.
And read.
Yeah, read, like just teach yourself. I love knowledge, so like definitely like consume other media, definitely read, and just, yeah, be curious.
I like call and response with mine. Y'all ready? Hello? Yeah. What the hell happened? Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Are y'all okay?
They tired.
They was trying.
Sorry. All right. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Face yourself.
Face yourself.
Pace yourself.
Face yourself.
Have grace with yourself.
Have grace with yourself.
Healing starts within.
Healing starts within. Amen.
My one bar, I'm gonna just say, just be eager to impress you. Like don't.
That's it.
Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt. You heard that?
Sometimes like just like make
Yeah, I'm gonna put it
impress
on
yourself. Impress yourself.
Yeah.
At the canal. Sign it. Y'all seen that contract? No exploitation.
That had got skipped over, so.
I got you.
I really don't have a question.
Come on,
You
Mo.
better ask it and say it, Mo.
Another legend artist. in
For
the
sure.
TV. Come on.
I want to thank y'all and any artist that's in here. Like she just said, I'm from the DMV. And like,
Legendary.
I didn't have this shit growing up. I'm sorry, dang, I forgot about Like, for real, I didn't have this. Like me growing up in the city, I always thought I had to go to New York. I had to leave. And it's great to see that y'all doing your thing.
Thank
And
you.
the kids in here, and just to have the community, like,
For sure.
My kid, and that's why I said, Mo, you gotta come outside. That's exactly what Karla was saying. If God gave you a gift and gave you an idea, you don't want to make God mad. Come outside and give it to the people because it's kids under us. And I know we probably didn't give the best example by our language, and I apologize by that. But we're all doing great things. But you have to show them. You have to give them the example. You gotta come outside. You've been given a great gift. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta come outside. And I know sometimes it can get sticky, but you know, when you focus it, it makes sense. The transparency is transformative.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
So yes, this was an amazing time.
I just want to. Oh, this mic ain't real. I just want to say thank you to. Yeah. Brian always making me do stuff, but thank you, Brian. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Sade, and thank you, Babe, for holding it down. And y'all can see why I love her. And also thank you, Jared. This man been putting in the work behind the scenes. And thank you all for coming.